Hey guys, welcome to the channel. How is it going? So today in this video we will talk about the ambush made by Laplace and his companions, and we will also talk about how Demon Lord Kazarim pressurized Demon Lord Leon. So without wasting time, let's begin the video. The first day of the Great War. The day ended without anything happening. However, on the second day, the angels who acted without any unity the day before, now began to concentrate their attacks in order to break through the barrier at one point. Even though the knights had strengthened the barrier against it, several angels were able to invade through a small gap. The knight reported this news and returned in order to confront the enemy. Leon urgently issued a blockade of the castle with an isolation barrier and had the knight leaders go face the intruders. Seeing how the second day suddenly became so hectic, Leon was irritated. The large door of the audience hall became small pieces and the splinters scattered like dust. And, the intruder magnificently appeared from amidst the dust. Hoo ho ho ho. Nice to meet you, everyone. I am called Footman. One of the moderate clown troupe, Footman the angry Pierrot am I. In that moment, Leon also arrived at the spot. Claude, who was guarding Leon, placed his hand on his sword and didn't move. Leon was thinking. This Footman guy, does he intend to defeat me just by himself? If he thinks so, his actions are really underestimating this side too much. Ho ho ho. Are you angry? Maybe you're not getting enough calcium. By the way, do you know what calcium is? Things like this contain a lot of it. Footman lightly threw something he had dragged along towards Leon and Co. whilst speaking with a full smile on his face. The object burst and scattered in the air, and with a pop sound, white things were scattered near their feet. Leon, Claude, and Allrose understood what it was at a glance. It was the ruined figure of the knight who came to report a while ago. Allrose became more agitated. Claude stopped Allrose, who was going to attack Footman, in silence. While Claude stopped Allrose. Ah, you are here after all, Demon Lord Leon. Yufu. As expected, you won't let yourself be killed by anyone besides me, right? One woman interrupted, while passing through the broken door and entering the audience hall. One of the current 4 fiends of the Heaven Commanders, Kagali, who was the former Demon Lord Kazarim. Claude and Allrose got tensed. It was not because they noticed Kagali's strength. It was simply because they noticed the person who was being carried on the shoulder of a man wearing a teasing face clown mask who had followed her. That's right, what that clown was carrying is their comrade, the Blue Knight Oxytion. Then Laplace came forward and introduced himself to Leon. Leon's eyes had seen through the man called Laplace as someone who you can't be careless with. Kagali laughed. She laughed evilly. Everything was going as she had planned. She got her chance to have her revenge on that hateful Leon. The Silver Knight Allrose fought against Footman. After he obtained the power of Demon Duke class, he received strength equaling the Black Knight Claude. He felt his power overflowing and tasted the feeling that he had peered into the world's abyss. And yet, Footman clearly showed that he was taking it easy against Allrose. Footman comically moved his fat body and avoided Allrose's sword strikes with quick movements. And merely by snapping his fingers, his evil power attacked Allrose. Footman's ability is the unique skill the Fat Amplifier. The essence of this ability is amplification. With a small energy wave, he's able to amplify a material at will. Thus, the knights who failed to resist were burst open and died after Footman amplified their bodies. Just by snapping his fingers, Footman was able to turn the sound into shock waves. The one who faced Tyr were the 2 female knight leaders. The Yellow Knight Kizna and the White Knight Muddle. Facing them, Tyr laughed eerily. She brandished the large sickle she held in her hand while laughing. Tear the Teardrop. That's the name of the Grim Reaper who reaps life. She loves more than anything to see the tears of someone who is asking for mercy. Tyr possesses the unique skill the Ignorant Optimist. Her ideal is just doing what she is told to do without thinking about anything else. Tyr is strong, even without relying on her ability, therefore, she gives death to her enemy even more brutally. And, fighting against the last person, Laplace, is the Red Knight Fran and the Black Knight Claude. The Red Knight Fran is strong. Because she has experienced death once already, her energy rose greatly. And it bloomed by fusing with a demon. The ability she obtained is called Unique Skill Unshaken 1. While facing against Laplace, Fran pushed her ability to a higher level. The Black Knight Claude is the strongest knight among Leon's subordinates. However, he holds no arrogance in his heart. He experienced what the strongest person is like, when he was with Yuki. Fusing with the demon was merely an opportunity. in order to gain the power he desires. And the ability that he acquired was Unique Skill Challenger, Battler. The exact power that Claude was hoping for, an ability which specializes in fighting. Claude didn't neglect his training and made the ability blossom. And at this time, Claude was able to meet an enemy who he could test his ability on. Claude challenged Laplace whilst making a ferocious smile. And then there is Laplace. He is the strongest member of the moderate clown troupe. He possesses fearsome power that could even be called at the level of an extraordinary demon lord. The power to foresee. He can see the future several seconds ahead of time due to his unique skill Seer, Future Vision, and, with his unique skill Deceiver, he can unleash phantasmagoric attacks. It is as if he brings something into existence from nothing. A knife flies out from an empty space, whilst actually being a bomb that he disguised as a knife, and it ends before the enemy can understand anything. He introduced himself as the vice captain of the moderate clown troupe, but if compared in fighting strength, Laplace surpasses Kazarim, who's the captain. It can be said that his combat ability is beyond the former demon lord. However, since he disliked the idea of being in a troublesome position, he didn't want to stand at the top. Happily hanging out with his fellow clowns was what made him happy. Kazarim, who had been his captain, severed the ties between the two of them after he rose to be one of the demon lords. The reason was simple, because Laplace would overdo things. In addition, it's in his nature that he will become unstoppable by seeing more blood. His nature is the reason why he doesn't have any intention to stand at the top. Therefore, Laplace was kept as the final trump card. It was his dream to raise up an uproar of agonized cries and transform the world to become more chaotic. He had gained that goal because of a sorrowful event. Clayman, whom he had had a close relationship with, was murdered by Demon Lord Rimuru. Laplace, who hadn't had a goal, obtained the goal of his dead best friend. Kagali didn't have any regrets about involving her subordinates of the moderate clown troupe. She decided that she needed their power since this battle was the final and decisive one. Since she involved her former colleagues in this war, she couldn't do things half-heartedly. Even though her power increased greatly, she was anxious as she had few pawns. Thus, she called her most trusted people and gave them power. She introduced them to Velda and had each of them were given a large quantity of souls. In the process they obtained Demon Lord seeds and awakened. So this was all for today's video. To watch the second part of the video please subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.